Hey guys, Red Lightning here with a deck profile for Angel Feather Nociel / Gabrielle.
Hey guys, so this, again, like Red Lightning just said, is a deck profile for Angel Feather. It's a Gabrielle / Nociel deck, and to start off, the starting unit is Black Handle Azrael. Basically what you do, you counterblast one, put it into the soul, you put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, and you take one from damage zone and you put it into hand. It's a pretty nifty thing for Nociel. It gets you great, huge hands. Next, we are going to run 4 of the Sunny Smile Angel. Basically, what you do, it boosts for 3,000, and at the end of the... what is it? At the end of the phase, you put it into your deck and you shuffle. I mean, what's better than that? You get to recycle all of your heal triggers, you know. Yeah. Next, if you're ever just gonna run Nociel, you're gonna need Nociel cards, of course. 4 of the Happy Bell Nociel, it's the stand trigger for it, and it's basically, you put it into soul from rear guard circle, you take a card from your hand, put it into damage zone, you take one from damage zone, put it into hand. It's, again, gets you great hands. Again, onwards with the other ones. 4 more stand triggers, Surgery Angel, GB1 restricted, Counterblast 1, put it at the top of your deck in any order, or just, you know, just put it on top of your deck because it's 1 card, of course. And when it's boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do shuffle your deck, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, choose one of your vanguards, and deal 1 damage. It's rescue check. It's great, and, you know, yeah, it's great for Nociel and Gabrielle. The last of the stand triggers, you run 9 stand triggers in this deck. You don't run the ridiculous amount, like 12 of stand triggers, because you're gonna need cards for taking out the Link Joker matchup. Of course, is the Doctroid Refros. Yep, one of the most broken cards in Angel Feather you will ever see. You counterblast 1, put this unit on top of deck, and you choose 2 from your damage zone, even if they're flipped over for counterblast. You just take 2 from damage zone with Refros, put it on top of deck, shuffle, add 2, and draw 1. What you would help this card with, you place it onto field as you have your Stride and your Nurse of Broken Heart, and it really helps because it gets you so much power. It is great. Now, the next one is for the really nasty, like, Link Joker. Now, it's the Nutrient Angel. This one is great. I found out about it, and it was the best one for right now. Nutrient Angel, you flip 1, you put it into your soul, and you either countercharge 2 or you unlock 2. It's great because, you know, it unlocks 2 for your turn, and you can basically re-ride over the units or get the most amount you need. But really, you're not going to be using the countercharge because you countercharge and you switch out so many cards from your deck in this one. It's just for the unlock. Next is the grade 1s. I'm gonna start off with the perfect cards. You want to start off with 4 Doctroid Refros. This ability, you counterblast 1 when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle. If you have a face-up card in your damage zone named Doctroid Refros and you have paid the cost, if you do, choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, and choose one of your vanguards, do 1 damage. Again, it's more of the Gabrielle side on this one. It's not basing off of the Nociel. And this deck, a lot of people ask, well, why don't you just run one or the other? Well, it works so well together, and it's just one of those decks that really helps. Next one, going back to the Angel Feather No CL type team, where it just, you take one, put it into damage zone, take one from damage zone, put it into hand. But this one activates when you put it into the Guardian Circle. After you do that, basically what you do, you guard with it, and you say, well, I choose one from hand, I put it into damage zone, then I take one from damage zone, put it into hand. Another one, this one is the one that does not make it a budget deck. It is super expensive, and yes, you have to run 4. You can't run 2, can't run 3, only 4. For this deck, you will only run 3 Stride Fodder, only because you will have to, you don't really need it. You don't need a lot of the grade 3s because they will show up easier in damage zone anyway, so yeah. Next, 2 of the Black Bomber Malik, C2. This one is just another rescue check if it is attacked or boosted during the turn. Sadly, it's GB restricted, and that's what I really don't like about it. But other than that, it's a pretty good card. Next card, Kind Care Sartiel. Put this unit on bottom of your deck. When this card is put into your damage zone during your turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 1. Then choose a normal unit and a trigger from your drop zone and return them to deck. It's really good because usually this deck has a lot of problems when you're taking so many of those cards and putting them into hand. And it just refreshes your deck really fast. I might even play 4. I might replace it for the Black Bomber Malik, but that I'm probably still gonna keep it at 2 of each. Now, probably the MVP of the entire deck. It is Nurse of Broken Heart. Amazing card. GB1 restricted, though it's great because each time a unit is placed into your damage zone, you gain +2 to yourself, which is Nurse of Broken Heart, and your main Vanguard. It's great only because you stack so much power because, you know, Angel Feather revolves around putting stuff in and out of damage zone. It does not activate when it's being taken out of damage zone, though, only when it's being put in. But yeah, MVP of the deck so far. Next one, as you can tell, all of the no-seals that you run besides the grade 4, which I will get to in a sec, is a 4 of. Now this is Love Machine Gun no-seal. This one's really easy to get a lot of the cards you need out of your damage zone. This one, you just place it on rear guard circle and you do the same exact stuff as the other no-seals. Next up, we run 3 of the Black Slice Harut. This one makes it very good for placing more and more units. It has saved me so many times. You counterblast 1, and if it is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, search 2 cards from top of deck. Put 1 into your damage zone, the rest on bottom of deck. Then, after that, you place that unit from your damage zone onto an open rear guard circle. It really helps during the strides. That's when I would mostly use it. Again, no CL, 4 of. A simple but really effective move or combo you can do with no CL is that once you place it, let's say you just wrote it, after you write it, you place a no-CL from your hand, which you will have about 1 million no-CLs. You place a no-CL from your hand, put it into damage zone. After you put it into damage zone, you take 1 from damage zone, put it into hand. Make sure it is not another no-CL or the same no-CL. And you have to have a lot of counter blasts for it, so you at least want to have 3 to make this ability work. Then, since a No-CL was placed into the damage zone because of its effect, you can counterblast 1 and take a card that is faced up and place it into your hand, and you add 1 straight from your deck. Sadly, it is not a rescue check, but it is great. It's really good. Next, a lot of people might disagree with this choice, but it's 3 of the Blackshot Gavril Prim. People will opt out for the old Gavril, but I find this one works much better in this deck specifically. So now, this one will get you striding really, really fast, and it basically gets you most of the cards in and out of your damage zone, making even more power for Broken Heart. For Gavril, what you do is, when you stride, you immediately put a card from your hand, put it into damage zone. And then after that, you take 1 from your damage zone, put it into hand, then you take another one, you heal it, and then you add 1. Yes, the triggers do count for it, and it's the most amazing thing you will actually quite see. And now we are going on to grade 4s. Keep in mind, a lot of the cards that I will be showing, I personally do not have all of them, but I've worked with most of the cards at its full potential. The one you want to use is, you want to run 4 of the Fnatic Seraph Gavril Prim. Because this deck is so Persona Flip heavy, you need to run 4. You cannot run 2 because it kind of just leads you short into games. But basically, all you need to do is Soul Blast 1, Persona Flip, and you heal 1 and add 1. So it's pretty much a free rescue check. And for the next one, you check after you attack. You put cards from your damage zone, from the number of cards face up in your G zone at that moment, and you place them to separate open rearguard circles. It is really, really good for rushing. It's not as good as rushing for like Valios now, or Thavis, or just Nova Grappler. It you know, it rushes very, very well. You want to run 2 of the Holy Seraphim No-CL. Yes, I had 4, but that's just, it's way too much to use. Now, basically what you do with that card after you use it, so here I'll just keep it on screen for it. After you use it and after you attack, you take 2 rear guards, you place them into your damage zone, then you take 2 units from your damage zone and place them back to rear guard circles, giving them 3,000 extra power. No, actually 5,000 extra power. But because of that, you actually can reset units on mistake. That is one of the things you want to look out for the most. But keep in mind, you can call back the units you've had on field, which makes it one of, in my opinion, one of the best units for calling back anything. So the next one I personally do not have on me right now, but you want to run 4 of the, it's called Raphael, Holy Seraph Raphael. Basically what you want to do, you're at GB3, and it's a free heal. You counterblast 1, and you heal 1. That's it. It's great. So now it's on to the G Guardians. Grade 4s, it doesn't matter. Oh, if you want to add a Sea Breeze to help with other decks, you can, but that's just pretty much for every deck. You want to run 2 of the Mixed Element Colburn. Mixed Element Colburn is one of your best G Guardians because when you use it, it's now very good in this time and meta because most decks now get really, really beefy hands. Because of that, you can take advantage of it and use that, or Colburn's ability, which is to gain 5,000 for each 2 cards in the opponent's hand. It is great. I run 2 of it, and that's all you really need for that for right now. The next one, you want to run Dismal. Dismal will, again, really help you with the Link Joker setups. It has resist. You can resist a unit, a rear guard specifically. You cannot use it for main Vanguard, sadly. But it, again, you can't lock the Vanguard. So, yeah, only put it on rear guard because it's only restricted to that. I can put this up to you guys. You can either run 1 or 2 of the Holy Seraph Parashell. I only run 1, only because you're not going to have a lot of the counter blasts because you're replacing units with it. Basically, it just gets 10,000 for 2 or more face down cards, and then it gains another plus 10,000 for 3 or more counter blasts in deck. It's so good, but you're not really gonna have that opportunity. Now, this is one thing that I never usually get up to, but is great when you do, which is the Black Seraph Valator Terminal, or just the GB8. Its ability is insane. You should always have a GB8 for each deck, depending. It can be terrible, but most of the time it's great. Now, that is all that I have to say for the NoCL/Gabriel deck profile, and this is
Red Lightning.
And see you later.